Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another quick pick prediction video. In this video, I'll be predicting this is the middleweight bout between Chidi Njokuani versus Albert Duraev. And how I see so right here, I'm going average confidence Duraev to beat Njokuani. When I look at Njokuani's career and his brother's career, his older brother's career, neither of them have ever really been that good against grapplers. Like they can kind of beat the in-between guys, they could beat other strikers for the most part. But grappling heavy fighters, they have struggled with and lost, I feel like, far more than they won. You can look at Omei Njokuani. He did beat the guy on the contender series, but that guy in the contender series, offensive wrestling was trash, like flat out trash. No beating around the bush, flat out trash. Dusko Todorovic strike, wrestling is okay on and off. But when you guys look at his average, I think like very low, like mediocre low. Like his average for as far as takedowns is mediocre low. But like skill wise and the success he did have in some fights, it may look better. But as far as when you look at the averages, it's like it's not the best. It's among the worst. Like as far as the success with his wrestling. So it's like he still hasn't really beat a real successful grappler. And I'm not gonna say Duraev is this premier wrestler grappler. He's not. So again, that's why just the average confidence. Not like, oh my gosh, this guy is a grappling beast. This should be a lock. I don't know why you guys are having him as a dog. It should be a lock. He's still not that grappling phenom. And I also was concerned about him later. But also, as you could say, his concerns about Chidi Njokuani because Njokuani sometimes is a late starter or a slow starter. And Duraev is a fighter who fades off late, so it could be a case of maybe in later rounds, Njokuani is able to put the stamp on him, get him out of there after getting held down for 2 rounds. But I'm gonna go with historics here. Go with Duraev. I feel like he can have success in wrestling Njokuani. It's not like Njokuani pushes some crazy high pace. And yeah, I feel like Duraev should be able to get these takedowns, should be able to ground out a decision. Maybe Njokuani coming on late, but ultimately, it's not like Njokuani is not this great finisher. He has some great finishing moments here and there in his career, but for the most part, he's not this phenomenal finisher. Like he'll let a lot of guys that should not go the distance with him go the distance with him, and maybe put some guys out of there he probably should put out earlier. And I feel like Duraev can like probably win 2 rounds and then maybe close to a round, or he can just really just lay and grind out 3 rounds, maybe even sub him, maybe even put him out of there. But I'm gonna say a decision victory for a decision victory here for Albert Duraev. And 30-27 is definitely on the table, but I mean obviously you gotta be at least 29-28 to win. You don't gonna win giving up 2 rounds. You gotta win 2 rounds. So I ain't going to get too much into whether it be 30, 27, 29, 28. It don't matter. What I see ultimately is a decision. So a decision by 29-28, a decision by majority, a decision by split decision. As long as the man I'm picking decision to win, I'm picking Duraev to win. And I think it's going to be through his wrestling, largely through his wrestling. So pressure and wrestling should get him his hand raised. So in this one, I have Albert Duraev via decision.